Again, thank you all for being here. My name is J.T. Allen. I am the Chief Executive of the Albuquerque BioPark. And today we'd like to welcome some of our special guests. Commissioner Debbie O'Malley, Chair and Bernalillo County Commissioner. Lonnie Talbert, Bernalillo County Commissioner. Maggie Hart-Stebbins, Bernalillo County Commissioner in District 3. Art De La Cruz, former Commissioner. And Julie Borges-Baca, Bernalillo County Manager. Thank you for being here today. Also want to welcome Dana Feldman, our Cultural Services Department Director. Melissa Lozano is not able to be here today because she's out sick, but we want to thank all the members of DMD that have showed up today in support. Julie Miller-Rug, our Executive Director of our New Mexico BioPark Society. Is Patty in? Does see Patty today? Oh, Paul. We have Paul Mondragon? Paul Mondragon. Tried to get it. Paul Mondragon, who is a board member of our society. Van Gilbert Architects, T.A. Cole, our contractors, Holly Casman, our aquarium manager, and all of our BioPark staff, volunteers, docents, and all of our cultural services staff who always are supporting us. Thank you. As almost all of you know, we're going through several improvements here at all around the BioPark. I want to start today by personally thanking all of our guests, our 1.5 million visitors, and all of our friends for pardoning our dust during this transition period. Many of the folks here experienced it, but I don't know if everyone knew that we just recently hosted the 2017 AZA mid-year meeting. The AZA is the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, the organization that grants our accreditation. We had 900 AZA peers here visiting our zoo, aquarium, and botanic gardens. The group looks at things with a very critical eye, as you can imagine. We're proud to say that the feedback that we received from this group is that they were very impressed with our people and with our facilities. And I can tell you, when this group is impressed from AZA, that says a lot. Our folks are doing a lot of things right. So I just want to thank them. Our staff and volunteers do a lot every day. They're doing everything possible to make your visit at the BioPark as best as it can be. And right now, they're charged with helping you to move around our construction areas, to find your favorite animals and plants and get you to their exhibits. If while you're here, you run into anything and you need help at any time, please don't hesitate to ask. We are here to help you. If you've been to the zoo lately, you've seen some of those changes coming about. From the parking lot repairs to the refresh exhibits for our tiger, jaguar, and reptiles, and those are just to name a few. You can't miss the flagship project of our GRT and master plan, the Penguin Chill. It's underway. The aquarium botanic garden are also experiencing changes. The butterfly pavilion is undergoing its own metamorphosis, and we'll get to see it come out and be presented late this summer. The parking lot here is also being repaired and restriped, and we've got our entry plaza that we've given a facelift with new stucco and paint. But today we're here to celebrate a project that has been in the making for a long time. The aquarium addition to house North American river otters. Keeping the ABQ BioPark the #1 destination in New Mexico is not done alone. In addition to the tremendous group of BioPark employees and volunteers, we receive exceptional support from departments all across the city. The Cultural Services Department, the Municipal Development Department, the Planning Department, and many others, who are all instrumental in making projects like this come together. In particular for this project, we rely heavily on our support agency, the New Mexico BioPark Society, who sought after and brought us together the funding from Bernalillo County and the state to make this project happen. We also want to recognize our designer, Van Gilbert, and our builder, T.A. Cole. It is now my honor to introduce, I knew he was going to go off, I just didn't know when. It is now my honor to introduce our #1 supporter of the BioPark and the execution of our master plan, our mayor, Richard Berry.
Thank you. JT, thank you so much. Baird and everybody else that's here, Holly especially. I remember meeting with Holly my first year as mayor, and her passion for this facility and her team. You do great things, and so I want to specifically say thank you for making this aquarium what it is. So thank you so much. And all the staff here at the BioPark too. JT was mentioning the AZA was in town. Our staff at the BioPark for the last number of years through this great recession has had to really get by with less. And they've done a wonderful job coming through for us. And so this year's budget, we've got a number of new positions down here. We're finally in a position to be able to do that. I'm just happy for the staff that's here. And I'm really happy for the city of Albuquerque because in the state of New Mexico, frankly, because this is the second major press conference we've had on a major project in the last month. And for the next 10 to 15 years, we're going to be inviting the media and the community here as a city to talk about this already #1 facility in New Mexico, one of the best of its kind in the country, continually to rocket upwards from a capital improvement standpoint. The visitor experience over the coming years is going to be even better than it is today, thanks to the investment being made by the citizens of Albuquerque with their GRT to improve this place. We are going to be able to do better things for conservation. We're going to be able to do more science. Today's a perfect example with the river otters. River otters were extinct in New Mexico in 1950. And so this is important work, and it's also, as you can tell from the kids and their laughter, it's just an awesome place to be. I told my staff, nothing better than a press conference where you got to run the gauntlet of laughing, happy kids. I could take that every day, but I want to thank everybody that's out here. This is really day 2 to celebrate Bernalillo County. The heavy lift on this was done. Former Commissioner Ardela Cruz is here. Lonnie Talbert is here. Commission Chairwoman Debbie O'Malley is here. This $2.3 million project, $2 million of that is coming from our friends at the county and our partners at the county. So I want to make sure that they have plenty of time to tell you about their vision today on this as well, because so thankful for them. Also, from a state capital outlay standpoint, almost $300,000 is coming from the state capital outlay. So thank you to our friends in the legislature, in the state house and the state senate for that. And then Lonnie's here kind of double duty today. Not only is he county commissioner, but he's also with Southwest Capital Bank, who's donating $150,000 to this exhibit. So this is public, private, 2 separate governments working in tandem. Our staff is running the place. The county commissioners are funding this. So right now there's chaos and mayhem, and I say government, chaos, and mayhem in the same sentence, if you notice, are waiting patiently. I visited them a couple of times as the mayor. They are beautiful river otters. They came to us from Louisiana, and they've been with us for a number of months now, and this is going to be their new home. There has been an otter reintroduction program in northern New Mexico, and the otters are thriving there as well. So this is the beginning of something really interesting to do. It is the beginning of better conservation measures, and it's just another testament to the fact that we're making fantastic investments in the biopark. So I'm going to turn it back to JT here in a minute, but I want to thank Julie Rue and Barry and everybody from the BioPark Society, all the board members. You are driving the boat on this public investment that's being made. I want to say thank you so much for that. I want to thank, of course, the commissioners again. Maggie Hart-Stebbins couldn't be here. I don't see her today. I had lunch with Julie last week and just talked about how appreciative we are of our partnerships with the county, Southwest Capital Bank, and of course, Dana Feldman, our Director of Cultural Services, Mike Reardon, everybody from DMD, my COO, and others who are making sure that this gets built. T.A. Cole, gosh, you guys, I got in the construction industry in 1984, 85, 84, 85, and it was T.A. Cole at the time. Now it's T.A. Cole and Sons, and long time, great small business in our community. And I want to thank you for that, Van. Thank you so much. Your vision, this biopark speaks to you and your vision as well over the years, so thank you for that. And with that, I'm going to get it back to JT so we can let the folks that are paying for this place talk to you a little bit. And that's our friends, the county commissioners. So JT, why don't you take back over? Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor Berry. Earlier, I talked about the New Mexico Biopark Society. They are our support agency, a 501c, a nonprofit organization governed by a board of volunteer directors and supported by local donors. They are our success partners who are integral to the biopark, bringing species from around the world here to Albuquerque and our 1.5 million guests. Please help me welcome their executive director, Julie Miller.
Hi, good morning. I'm bringing up Paul Mondragon, my past president and board member. I'm going to be thanking a lot of the same people, but boy, they need it. First of all, I just want to say that the Biopark Society is so proud to be the driving force behind bringing river otters here. And we're so excited to be part of bringing the native New Mexico species to the aquarium and to help tell that story of their extinction in New Mexico over 60 years ago and the success of bringing them back to the river. And as the mayor noted, I'd like to thank the voters of Bernalillo County who supported this $2 million package. I mean, overwhelmingly. And it's because of you that this exhibit is underway. So thank you so very much. But of course, it couldn't have been done without the support of the county commissioners. So I need to say this over and over again. Lonnie Talbert, former Commissioner Art De La Cruz, Maggie Hart-Stebbins, who also helped us kind of maneuver our way through the county system. We hadn't gone to the county in, I think, over 20 years to support the biopark. So it was very exciting to have this happen. And then, of course, Commission Chair Debbie O'Malley, who we found out is a great lover of otters and who championed the project from start to finish. So I'm going to have Commissioner O'Malley come up and speak. I guess with that, if this were a crocodile exhibit, I wouldn't be here maybe, I'm not sure. Well, I'm honored to speak on behalf of the county this morning, and it's a fine day, another fine day in Albuquerque. When I was first approached by Barry and Julie, they did come with little stuffed otters, not the real stuffed otters, just stuffed otters. And of course, how can you, turn down an otter? I mean, really, they're cute, they're intelligent, they're smart, they're a lot of things. And so I didn't tell them, but I was pretty much, on board pretty quickly. But so I want to, recognize Julie and Barry in particular. I know he's standing in the back there, but he's extremely persuasive. And he was not going to let this go. Neither one of them were going to let this go. I think we had a couple of meetings before we decided to do that. And I was happy to approach my fellow commissioners, and Commissioner Art De La Cruz is here, and why don't you come on up, because you probably want to say a couple things. But in the county commission, we're small, but we're effective. And quite frankly, I appreciate the support of Commissioner Art De La Cruz and Maggie Stebbins. I'm like, I got my 3 votes, I'm ready to go. And of course, Lonnie Talbert voted for this as well, so I was really appreciative of that. But of course, as was mentioned by the mayor and others, this is a true gem here in New Mexico. And I'm so pleased that the voters agreed to vote for a dedicated source of funds for this institution, because I know many times I was on the city council. It was a hard decision sometimes to say, no, we can't fund this, or making those choices with limited resources was very, very tough. And the bond program, quite frankly, for the county is primarily for the unincorporated areas. So it wasn't exactly easy for us to make this decision, but we're happy to do it. And I'm glad that the folks, the citizens in the unincorporated areas can say, hey, we have a stake in this too. And we're happy to have a stake in this too. So with that, I just want to thank everyone who worked so hard for all of us, people in the city, all the employees here at the biopark and throughout the city, and also at the county. They do a phenomenal job for us. Appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to the grand opening. I have 4 grandchildren now, the youngest being 6 months. And I'm looking forward to bringing them to the grand opening. Thank you all very much.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, commissioners, mayor. It's my pleasure to be here as a former commissioner, as a citizen now, because Albuquerque, Bernalillo County, ABC, anything that happens good in our community is good for everyone. And this is good for everyone. I can't wait to see the otter exhibit. I don't have little kids anymore, but trust me, my 20-something kids will be here with me. It's a pleasure to be with you, and I'm just thrilled that this is happening. Thank you so much.
So in addition to being a city-county collaboration, as the mayor said, we also received $300,000 from the state. So I also want to thank them as well during legislative sessions. And then in addition to the levels of various government that we were able to get all together to make this happen, we also facilitate support from the private sector. So while the otter was making its way down the Rio Grande to Albuquerque, so too has Southwest Capital Bank. It's made its way down from Las Vegas, Nevada to Albuquerque. And they are currently sponsoring the education component of the otter exhibit at $105,000, although the mayor said $150 and Lonnie nodded his head. So I did thumbs up right away. We're working with John Mark over here in the corner and the folks at Story Lab to create a hands-on interactive space that'll allow kids of all ages, and that means all us adult kids as well, to play, learn about otters, and explore. So here today, wearing two hats, Commissioner Lonnie Talbert, who's also the Chief Operating Officer of Southwest Capital Bank. Thank you all so much. Come on up, Lonnie.
Thank you, Julie. And it's, as everyone said, it's quite an honor when you get to stand before your community and be a part of it in two different ways. Obviously, when otters were talked about in Barry, and his persuasive nature came not only to the county but to Southwest Capital Bank, it's pretty hard to turn down those beautiful, adorable little faces looking at you. Although I can hear they have quite fun in the wild, they look so cute right there. And he too brought me an otter, which was quite nice, and it sits on the back of my desk. So when the vote came before the commission to put this before the voters, that was easy to do. When I went to Greg Levinson, and on behalf of the Levinson family, to talk about how can we support our community with a perpetual opportunity, this jumped right to the top. To be able to be a part of something that's going to be here for hopefully forever, for as long as that is, it was an easy decision. So on behalf of Greg Levinson and the Levinson family and all of the employees at Southwest Capital Bank, it's our joy to be able to support Julie, Barry, Holly, Chaos and Mayhem, and all of the citizens in Bernalillo County and the city of Albuquerque in quite this beautiful, what will be this beautiful exhibit. So thank you for your support, and thank you for being here today, because as the first step to turn some dirt, as Commissioner O'Malley said, the real step will be when we go through those doors, see that rendering by T.A. Cole actually built, and watch otters in the biopark. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Julie, commissioners, elected officials, and private sector. It's been great to be here today. I also want to make sure that I reiterate how much that this is a group and team effort, and that our DMD and our planning folks have really helped this project to come alive. Let's talk a little bit about our actual otter exhibit. It's an addition added on to our Albuquerque BioPark Aquarium. It's funded with $2 million from the county and $300,000 from the state. It took about a year to design. It's going to take us about 300 days to construct. We started in April and we will open up in January. It's multi-level viewing. The level you're on now, these two windows, these two banquet windows, will be our main viewing area, and just below them downstairs we have another viewing area. It'll have a very strong interactive education component, and it'll add back in the area where you see the window banks in the back, that now turns into keeper space and behind the scenes space for the animals.